HTTV with Illingworth and Gregory. Jack, we haven't spoke to you since Derby earlier this season. How have you found your time at Huddersfield Town so far?
I've enjoyed it a lot. Obviously, it helps when we're doing so well. But I get on well with all the lads, and the training's really good. And I am really enjoying my time here. So far, no complaints.
You've been in and out of the starting lineup. How do you keep yourself mentally switched on and prepared for matches when you're called upon to go straight into the lineup?
I've been in and out, but I think the main thing is, like, even when I'm not in the team, usually I'll be on the bench with a chance to come on. So I've always got to make sure I am ready, and then when I do get called upon to start, obviously it's an opportunity to impress. So just got to make sure I'm always focused and ready to play.
It's the Emirates FA Cup replay on Wednesday night. Is it a welcome distraction playing in the cup game from the league matches?
In a way, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a distraction. I think it's more just of another opportunity. I think it gives maybe some players who aren't playing as much some game time, and obviously it's an exciting occasion, one we're all looking forward to. So nice, it's a good opportunity.
There's been a hot topic and an interesting discussion so far this year on where people stand with replays in the FA Cup and whether matches should just go straight to extra time. Where do you stand on that? Because obviously we've got a very busy championship schedule and then had to squeeze in another match in the FA Cup.
Of course it is hard with all the games planned, and it's obviously an extra game which a lot of clubs don't want. But at the same time, it's also an opportunity to give other players playing time, and the FA Cup's obviously well known for how it helps the smaller clubs. So for a smaller team to get a replay, it's a massive deal. So no, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. And if you can't cope with an extra game, then maybe you haven't got the right squad or something. So no, I don't think there should be any complaints, to be honest.
And it shows how good Huddersfield Town's squad is as a whole when you can make that many changes and force Man City to a replay at the Etihad. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's my point. Like we've proven that you can make many changes, and if you look after the squad right, then you can come in and do a great job. So no, we haven't had any problem adapting with the change, and the extra game won't be a problem for us. I know we look forward to it.
You started in the first match against Manchester City. How was that for a great experience?
Yeah, it was a fantastic experience. Obviously, I really enjoyed it, playing against some great players, and obviously it was my first game in a while, so that was great for me. And I really enjoyed it. It was a great atmosphere on a day as well, so no, it was a really good experience.
Did you find yourself having to do things a little bit differently to try and find those little pockets of space in behind the Man City defence, especially when you're playing against world-class midfielders like Fernando and Fernandinho?
Yeah, definitely. I think, especially as a team, we're used to having loads of possession where maybe they had a bit more than us on the day. And little things on a personal note, that they close you down a lot quicker and the tempo was higher. So you have to make sure you're on your toes and you're very sharp. So no, it was. I learned a lot from it.
Can you feel yourself developing as well when you're playing in these types of games?
Yeah, definitely. Well, for me, every game this season, I feel like I'm improving because obviously this has been a step up for me regardless. So of course, Man City was even a bigger step up. So no, definitely, I'm learning from every game I'm playing, which is the main thing.
Earlier this year, you were obviously sent off against Sheffield Wednesday. How disappointed were you with that? Because you were just about to get a run in the team, weren't you?
Yeah, of course. I was really disappointed. Like you say, it did look like I was getting a good run in the team, and maybe I would have played the next few games, but you never know what happens in football. And obviously, it was harder to take because I don't believe it was a sending off, which makes it even harder. But that's just how football is sometimes, and you've got to learn to come back from that.
How do you prepare yourself mentally then after you don't agree with a decision when you know you're going to be missing the next 3 games? How hard is that as a player?
Yeah, of course it is hard, but maybe you miss the 3 games and that gives you time to refocus, and you get a couple of weeks of training under your belt without knowing you're going to play, and you get rid of your frustration and just learn that it is what it is and you have to deal with it. So you just make sure you're ready for when you are available.
Have you been doing anything differently to try and force yourself back into the starting lineup?
I know what the manager wants from me. I know what he expects, and I'm just trying to, the things he likes about me, I'm trying to do more and more, and just make myself as good as I can in training, so he makes sure that I'm noticed.
The team spirit seems to be one of the best that a lot of Huddersfield Town players have been involved in, and especially in the dressing room. Is this the best one that you've been involved in personally?
Yeah, well, I've been fortunate. I've had some really good change rooms. I've always had a lot of good lads, and to be fair, that was one thing I thought maybe when I left Southend, because we had a great change room, I was a bit worried about maybe it won't be as good. But no, it's really surprised me, and it probably is the best change room I've had. The spirit amongst the lads is unbelievable.
And how have you found the backing of the supporters as well this year? Obviously, their following has been superb, both home and away. Yeah,
it's been incredible. At the beginning of the season, we all thought it was great, and me personally, I was like, this is great to be around. And it seems like it's even got more and more throughout the season, which I didn't know was possible. But even Barnsley was a good example on the weekend. They filled out the whole stand, and the support's been great.